so much better when it passes. Now that upgrade, that activation is complete. The more you're in tune with your body, you feel these activations that are happening. And when you go through it, it's a wave after wave. And I'm going to be discussing a few points that you can utilize, as this is not going to stop. We are going through this in waves. So, you know, we might have went through 5 waves. Some people might have went through 4. Some people might be ahead of one another. This is the true ascension journey. And that's what we're here to discuss. The sons and daughters of God are activated. Once again, the sons and daughters of God are activated. The sun, the solar flash, is the driving force. You feel so much lighter once you pass through it. You know, you might be getting this message, and in the past couple weeks, really, the last 2 weeks, has maybe felt very harsh for you. You might have, you know, really felt lousy. If you know thyself, a little extra tired, feeling the intensity inside of you. If you are physically active like I am, and you know your point of homeostasis, you maybe clearly feel a difference. Okay, because there's so many things that are happening on the inside. I'm a big believer in constantly moving, so you could help assist this process along. Get the waters of the body to flow, process the traumas, process all of the energies, the densities of not only for yourself, but you, if you're tuned into this message all the way through, you are probably an individual that is holding a part for the collective as well. We have a lot to break down today because this is happening right now. Tara, I'm reading the messages that are coming in the live stream right now. If you are new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the true ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And the Cat Eyes 4, thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for you. So I want us to start off today with the words and teachings of Dr. Delbert Blair. Some of you might know Dr. Delbert Blair, very wise man. And Dr. Blair said, when you begin to hear the solar activity increases and all types of energy from the sun, they'll say it is harmful. But for the sons of God, it will be a day of blessing, becoming more and more powerful with each one of these blasts, each one of these flares. The solar flash is happening now. So you might be like me. You know, I went out. I was finally able. You know, Dr. Blair. I was able to finally, and now we're able to. All of these great people that came before us. Now we are actually playing this out right now in the now moment. So you know, I was able to be out in the sun yesterday, and it has been abnormally cold, and it's been very difficult. And you know, you have to treat this time period. You have to treat your wellness as a top priority. So where I was like kind of getting out there with my hoodie on and just even trying to get my face in the sun, and to finally be able to lay out in nature's medbed and allow the sun to do what it needed to do, and actually feel these things changing. Removing frequencies that are not good and reconnecting our DNA. For many years, you were programmed that you had junk DNA. You have junk DNA, but does God make junk? No, there were problems, there were issues. We have to get back to our original state so that we could all become powerful superheroes. That's what this is all about. The power is becoming more and more, and we're all coming into our own. All of the sons of God, we all have a different way of explaining things. Last year, and the video was on the channel page, I said that we're going on soul retrieval for our fractals. That video is there. You could check that out. But we are retrieving lost fractals of ourselves. We were not whole years ago. This is part of the fragmentation of the world, the modern society that we all came into. But we're going back to the original state. And a lot of this change that we're all going through, Heinrich Metamorphosis, it is not easy to go through it. You have to take ownership of your true ascension. Once again, you have to take ownership of your true ascension. You have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to your body, you know. And yesterday, feeling the massive shift, and this is not the first time that I've gone through this in the past few years. So how does it feel? How does it feel, Uncle Mike? How does it feel? You might feel crummy for like it could be a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, you're right back to where you used to be. And if you have gone through phases like that, please comment that down below in the comment section, because we're a community and we learn from each other. And we actually give comfort to one another. Like the time I shared when my pineal gland first popped open, right? That third eye popped open, and hearing the ringing and being accompanied by pressure. And it was a terrifying experience. And I go through that on the channel page as well. Okay? If you're stumbling in, hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. Double check you're still subscribed. A lot of people, this energy is here now. So the sons and daughters of God are activating right now. It doesn't mean that you go straight into superhero mode. This is the truth. This is the truth. It is a terrifying experience. It is a painful experience. Okay? This is a time period to be empowered, to live in truth, to remove fear. Fear is the fingerprint of the devil. And you're going to see, so you might be a person, you go out into, you start to have a spiritual awakening. You go out into the spiritual communities, and you are going to have to decipher what these people are, who's saying what. There's good and bad out there. Know this. Know this like the back of your hand. Fear is the fingerprint of the devil. When you have dirtbags, narcissists, and trolls trying to this is all the fear, look for the fear. Look for the guilt, look for the shame, and cancel them out. Cancel them out really fast, because this is how you become numb. This is how you become numb. Toxins, trauma, thoughts. Write it down. Toxins, trauma, thoughts. This is how we become numb, right? Lion Teach writes yes, with 75 S's, right? Yes, right? Yes in the chat if you're becoming empowered. Fear is the fingerprint of the devil. And a lot of these dirtbags are hidden in the spiritual communities. On my journey, I have sat back as the observer like Nikola Tesla, and I sat back, and through resonance, I hear the beautiful people, right? I put a big spotlight on the beautiful people, right? That are great. Shine a light on those people. And Dr. Delbert Blair, you should check him out. So inspirational, and again, this is how you will have to navigate this time period through resonance. You have to do it through resonance. And a lot of people you're going to learn this now. There were pitfalls, there were traps, okay? Go to the channel page, go to the community tab. I'm going to teach you all of the pitfalls, the traps that are trying to prevent you from becoming the person that you came here to be. Because guess what, Light Warriors? Guess what? Only you can stop yourself from true ascension. Only you could stop it. But there's all this stuff. The second you take ownership of your life, the second you go into the wilderness with Almighty God, all the sons and daughters of God, God calls us home. Isn't it true? God calls us home. He said to me, you come sit with me out on the beach. It's a true story. God is going to call us home. This time, there is the matrix. You thought you needed to do all this, the jobs, the marriages, all this stuff. This is over. It's 999. It's over, kid. You could write that in the comments. Everyone, 999. It's over, kid. This is the collapse. This is the collapse of that old world. This is the collapse of the Maya. You have to be sharp. Listen to your Uncle Mike. You are going to have to be sharp like never before, especially this year. Because on the way out, and again, it's just illusions, but how can we try to, like a gravity tractor, how could we lure the sons and daughters of God, the actual creators, and utilize their energy, right? That's what the darkness wants to do to you. They want to utilize your skills. They want to utilize you and siphon it off, siphon your loosh off. Cut the cords. Today we cut the cords. We cut all the cords from all the negativity, from past parasites. We cut them all off. We cut them all off because we are the true sons and daughters of God. I never stuttered. We are the royal family. There's going to be people out there, they're going to say, you're going to have to bow down to this person. You're going to have to wait for this savior. You're going to see him on the TV. But you're getting this warrior update. What are we calling them? These are the daily warrior updates. You are the person. You are the one that you've been waiting for. Cut all the cords. Clear. Roast the parasites out. Get them all out. Clear your frequency. Clear it all. Anything from the past is gone. There is only us and God, and we move forward, and now we can to start to attract and build the new earth. The demons run. Jeffrey Taylor, thank you so much. Love how you continue to inspire people, Michael. I appreciate you. You show up every day. Be the lighthouse. Be an inspiration to others. Be the light warrior. That's what you're going to have to be, a warrior right now. You can't be a cream puff right now. It's a very, I was texting my friend Adam, and he said, wow, I really feel the intensity. So what happened with me yesterday, and when you start to know real activation, when you start to know real healing, you say, well, how does it feel like? You're coming on here, you're telling it, so what does it really feel like? Get that cool minty sleep. Lisa Patterson, thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for you, Lisa. So I spent finally an extended period of time out in the sun. And, I laid down, I do my work, I answer comments, and then I was able to put a little music on. I do my little walk on the front line. I get my bare foot, right? Bare feet in the ocean. Finally, a little cold still, standing up, walking back and forth, letting the sun hit all parts of the body, both sides, okay? Be like a rotisserie chicken, right? Okay, so I do all this stuff, and I come back, and now we're about 4 p.m. I don't normally do this. That's how you know it's something. And then all of a sudden, you can't even keep your eyes open. And then I passed out. The Z's are probably coming out of my house. Do you see the Z's? Snoozing, right? Sleeping, out cold. Can't even keep your eyes open. Wake up from a short sleep. It's a deeper sleep. It's a different feeling than even when you go to sleep at night. It's such a deep, and your whole body feels numb. You ever have that? You can hit the targets in the chat if I'm hitting it out of the park here. And then your whole body feels numb. You're like, right? And the thing was, I really didn't want that. I slept a little bit much, and I really like to enjoy sunset when there's not a lot of chem sprayed in the sky. Do you know about that? Hughes, thank you so much. Super job, Mike. Thanks so much. My honor to be here. Thanks. Thank you, everyone, for clicking the like button and sharing. It really helps getting this out. A lot of people are experiencing this. Just hit that click that like. It really helps. Okay? This is how we have to overcome you have to overcome these energies. So, you know, I wanted to catch this. I said, get up. I'm like, oh, it's close to sunset. But there was magical clouds that appeared in a sunny day with the lines, the straight line, you know, the straight liney clouds. Right? So, you know, so I got to see, you know, whatever I could of the sun. I like to try to, if you didn't see my full video on sun gazing, all right, I actually filmed myself sun gazing. You check that video out. And, you know, so I did what I could do, and I kind of slept a little bit longer. I was kind of rushing to get to sunset, you know, look at the sunset for what I could get. You know, these are all the things that we have to overcome. It's not easy breezy. The importance of the actual sun is out there, right? That's why they if you're staying in the basement, if you're lubing up the sunblock, load it up, right? Putting $500 sunglasses on to block your pineal gland. You pay for your own prison cell. You pay for it. You pay for it. You have to pay for these things. You pay for it yourself. Well, what are you talking about, Mike? What are you talking about? Okay, ready? So you see the false idols on the TV. They're going to say, you need to have prestige. Prestige! Yes! Yes! Look at me on the TV. Yes! You have to have prestige like me. So they go on the TV, right? I had this epiphany in the mall one day. I said, look at this. You pay $500. So look at these celebrities. They got the big sunglasses on. Look at me. I got these big sunglasses on. You pay for it. And people pay isn't it cheap? I get to save money. When you don't have to pay for the prestige, it makes your life a lot easier, even in rough times. Even in rough times when your work is being suppressed, right? You could still, it's easy. Oh, I don't have to pay $500 for the sunglasses. I don't need it. I said, look at that. Look, they got to pay $700 for that watch. Look, $1,500. Look at that watch over there. You're paying. Time is fake. Linear time is fake. What are you paying for the watch for? You have to know this. I've seen successful men that are building this world. None of them have a watch. You got to wake up. I don't wear a watch. I don't wear sunglasses. Listen to the message. I don't wear a watch. I don't wear sunglasses. You have to know these things right now. This is how the sons and daughters of God activate. But you have to do it. Because you could be tricked into being numb through toxins, trauma, thoughts. You don't need that. And on a daily basis, you have to do whatever you can, because it's that. I did a full video. What does spiritual warfare actually look like? On a daily basis, you have to remove toxins, trauma, negative thoughts. Always have the good thoughts, though. But you got to get rid of toxins, trauma, negative thoughts on a daily basis. And once you do that, Starfire knows the answer in the chat. Look at that, see? Once you do that, now all of a sudden you are able, you're pulling this light of Christ into your DNA receptors. Once again, you're pulling the light of Christ into your DNA receptors. Energy amplifiers, coiled like the Tesla coil. Right? There. Coiled like the Tesla coil. Remove them. Be present in the now moment, Maria writes. You got to be present. But if a lot of people aren't present, and again, it's not their fault. Please listen to the whole it's not your fault. A lot of people never saw the light of day. A lot of people, they're riddled with the fear. They're watching it on that big scrying mirror in the living room. Oh my God. Look at all that fear out there. Look at all that fear. Turn the TV off. Walk outside. There's the sun. Oh, the birds. Look at it. Oh, there's my neighbor waving at me. Look at my neighbor. There's my neighbor. Look at that. They're pulling you onto a different timeline. That's why it's my honor to show up every day to give you a place to get you onto the Christ timeline. Hit the like button if that resonates with you. Get rid of the fear today. Fear is the fingerprint of the devil. So when you see people, they're pumping fear. They slither into your comment section. They slither into your DMs, right? They try to pump the fear. They're trying to pump the guilt, the shame. You know them by their fruits. You cancel them out. You move forward. All the sons and daughters of God in the past few years have lost many friends. And I tell them, you didn't lose friends. You lost parasites. You lost people that were trying to, they purposely. You ever see that look? And a lot, it's true, right? Lisa Patterson writes facts, right? Yeah. No, there's a reason why they pop up into your life like that. There's a reason. Like a gravity tractor, they're trying to pull you or veer you off because you are the son. You are the daughter of God. You are the son. You are not them, wake up. Not them, gravity tractor. I just, like many of you, I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to have fun. And it's one of my most powerful videos, Don't You Want to Have Fun? And people that worship the Matrix, they're just so into it. When Morpheus said people will actually try to defend this prison that they're in, you just want to have fun. And to realize that there are these creatures out there that try to sabotage. There are out there to try to destiny swap. I learned about destiny swapping. You ever see a piece of trash that pops into your life that tries to do that to you? Do you ever see it out there? We see everything out there. We see them. So the more that we learn these things, the power of Christ is rising. The truth is rising up. We're leaving the dark ages. So when they were in the dark, that's why these creatures want to be in the dark. Ooh, you can't see me in the dark. But that's why when the solar flash is activating the sons and daughters of God, I told you the solar flash is an inside job. You could just picture it like, all of the light is coming into all of us. We're all scattered around the world. So it comes in, and then we, in our location, boom, we blast out the light like the lighthouses, all in our location, spread across the world. You got it, and you are holding down that grid. Living in truth. And that's why there it is like, yes, it's like a ripple effect. And those ripples are getting pretty big. They become a big tsunami wave of love, baby. Yeah. It's a tsunami wave of love. You can get the hearts going in the chat. So I'm big on, when we go through these shifts, big on movement, flushing. The waters of the body need to flow, movement, right? So again, I share about my journey, lifting weights, very important. Is it the only thing I do? No. Is it essential for my ascension journey? You better believe it, baby. So I'm always pumping. Uncle Mike is always pumping it, pressing against the weight. I do that. I also go on walks. I also go on hikes. I also do calisthenics. There's other things. I do the Wonder Wheel, right? I taught Cliff the Wonder Wheel. Right, Cliff? No, So these are the movements you have to do. And some of these movements, it helps to flush. Again, there is not, you're going to have to find the things that work for you. Right? It's true. And again, you could lift lightweight. You don't have to, be, oh, it's so hard. Lightweight. You could go on a hike. Anyone could kind of go. That doesn't mean you have to climb Mount Everest. Are you following along? Anyone could go on a hike in nature. Bay Area believer, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, brother. I hope everything is doing well in the Bay Area. Hold it down in the Bay Area. Keep pumping. Keep pumping, Bay Area. I appreciate you. Yeah. Now is the time that we've been waiting for. Again, I know people just joined us, right? As Dr. Delbert Blair said, when the solar flashes, right? When this energy comes in, for the sons of God, it will be a day of blessing, becoming more and more powerful. We go through this. That doesn't mean that you just automatically, oh, I'm a superhero, I'm flying around. It comes in, the negative frequencies that we picked up our whole life, the negative frequencies that we've had from our past lives, they got to leave. And the sun does help us get rid of some of that stuff. So these are best practices. You have to know best practices, right? Best practices. Number one, okay, I like to simplify things. How you doing? I know you go out there and people try to totally confuse you. Start sorting, start knowing them by their fruits, start feeling the energy behind the words, as Dr. Bruce Lipton said, okay? Okay, let's do it. Write it down on a piece of paper, okay? Write it down in your Our Everyday Lives book, right? Clear your surroundings first. Get the negative people, get that crap out of your life. If you have to get rid of that job, this is important. Get rid of the crap around you. Oh, thank God. Now you could relax. Now you go inside. Now you're doing the work. Now you're experimenting with your diet. Now you're doing your fasting. Because if you don't get rid of all that stuff, you're actually an empath. You're like a sponge, actually. Like, I want you to think about this as well. Like, click the like button so people hear the truth around the world. Think of yourself, are you an empath? Oh, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful, right? But you feel all this, you feel all this stuff. Not only can you, like some people always think about energy vampires draining your energy, but there's also things that are dumping their filth into you. They're using you like a sponge. That's why they come into your community. That's why they try to come into your home. That's why they try to come into your everyday life. And now you're like a sponge. Here, you ascend for me. You take all my crap. And now you're loaded with all this negative frequency. So what the heck, right? If I'm speaking the truth, hit the like button. Hit the targets. Sarah just hit the targets in the chat. Hit the light of Christ in the chat. You have to know this. You have to know this right now, because awareness is the precursor to change. Once you're aware of these things, I'm aware of these things 100% right now. I'm obedient to God, okay? So when God shows you the answer, you don't put it, oh, wow, thank you, God. Thank you for the assistance. Now I make sure that I have laser pinpoint accuracy. I know I'm obedient to God. And I don't allow crap to come back into my life. You will know them by their fruits. Burn the boats. If you didn't see my video on burn the boats, burn the boats. Sup, Overeem? It's time to fight. No, this is the things you have to do. And one of the things the sons and daughters of God it's actually happening right now, right? Okay, a person could be out there. They could be a world heavyweight champion. There could be a person out there that was a science teacher for children. And what we needed to do, brother, what we needed to do is we had to find that middle, the marriage. So some of us might have had to become lighter, and some of us needed to become more lion-like. And that's the marriage that's happening. The marriage, please hit the like button if that's the truth. So balance and order. A lot of us weren't out, you know, some of us, we could say, oh, and that's something that, oh, I thought, oh, I'm going to help everyone. Oh, everyone's so nice. But that's actually not the truth. So the lion's got to come out. The lion's got to say no. And what you need to do with laser pinpoint accuracy, that's why you got to get your clairs up. You got to cleanse this vessel. And now I know that's my brother. That's my sister. That's a dirtbag over there. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. And then you know you are the son or daughter of God. That's how it works. You got to be empowered right now because no one's ascending for you. There's going to be people trying to dump their stuff into you. No, no, no. We all have the capability of doing it. Don't be someone's lunch. Don't be someone's garbage can. Are you following along? Let's take ownership for our ascension. Let's take ownership. These are the warrior energy updates. These are the warrior. They absolutely do. Blessing, Hassan. Absolutely. Sonia, thank you so much, Sonia. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. Very grateful. You have to take ownership. If you're the son of God, if you're the daughter of God, are you groveling on the floor or are you rising up? You got to rise up. You got to rise up today. And when you do this, you put out this light, you're going to send off the alert, right? Please don't change the world. This is what really goes on out there. Please don't change the world. Please, no, they want to stay the same. They want to stay the same. Evolution. One day, you'll wake up after the solar flash, dazed and confused, and you'll know that evolution has passed you by. You have to start taking ownership. I know what I'm responsible for. If I want to be stubborn, not do the fasting or intermittent fasting, not doing these things, not making the changes, then it's on me. If I come before millions of people could see this if you hit that like button. I appreciate that. If I come before people, that means I did it myself. And we all have to live in authenticity. Practice what you preach, son. Practice what you preach, son. That's where we have to be. Practicing what we preach. Walking the straight and narrow. Become powerful like never before. Fear is the fingerprint of the devil. You have to have no fear. You have to embrace no fear. And you definitely have to embrace no shame. Because if you're living in shame all day, that's actually lower than fear. That's the filth of the filth. And the funny thing is, I just dropped truth bombs. You can hit the Holy Spirit fire if this is the truth. When you go out into spirituality, when you go out into the conscious communities, you are going to see people that try to throw shame onto you. Shame. You got to be a warrior, son. You got to be a warrior. You really do. You cannot live in shame and rise up. You cannot live in shame and rise up. You can't do it. Can't win with them. Mike Singletary, can't win with him. Can't do it, right? Can't win with him. That's where you have to be. Daily work. Daily work. It never stops. It never stops. There is no finish line. You write it in the comments. There is no finish line. There's no finish line. There are finish lines to seasons. There's no finish line. Otherwise, we don't exist anymore. That's why you're alive. And that system that's running, this is the system. That system has to run. That means you are constantly evolving, constantly creating, having purpose. And that's why a lot of men are struggling now, because their ability to have purpose in life is built into us. Purpose and drive. And to not have that, again, you're not living in authenticity. Dr. Gabor, right? Dr. Gabor. And then the body starts to fall apart. You want to be strong? See, when I do things, a lot of you see, there's a lot that goes on. We all have to go through a lot. I do as well. You see me right now, I'm loaded up with energy because I'm in my calling, because I'm doing the work of God, and then you create a positive feedback loop. You'll see some of these men, they sleep like 2 hours, you know, once you're there and you're doing it. But if you're not doing your godly mission, when you're not in alignment, or the enemy tries to prevent you, well, what do you mean? The devil will try to wear out the saints. You know this. That's why collectively we're greater than the sum of our parts. We all have to push together, and then we can push through the frequency fence. There's frequency fences. As you rise up, you got to go through this fence. Okay, we keep them at this level. I'm seeing it, right? You might see this as well. Frequency fence. Okay, broke through. Okay, now we're going to try to keep them at this level. Frequency fence. We have to blast through the frequency fence. Blast through the frequency fence. Blast away. Blast it away. Blast it away. The light of Christ, the solar flash will blast it away. The solar flash will blast it away. Marriage the two, divine feminine and masculine, within each and every one of you. The sons and daughters of God. You have to have balance in your everyday life. Balance. And that's why a lot of people that are in the matrix world, like they'll see me, they don't understand me. As masculine as I am, I have to embrace that divine feminine as well. We all do. Balance of it. But a lot of people are out of balance. Find your balance, your spiritual homeostasis, if you will, your true soul's essence, right? Each and every one of us have to realize who we are. You have to realize it. The sons and daughters of God, rise up. You have to embody it. You have to embrace it. And you can't walk on eggshells and apologize for it. You can't apologize for it. If you're getting this message, if you're tuned in all the way to the end, and I'm speaking a lot of truths, and this ain't my first rodeo, there is a minefield, I guess is a good example. When you go into spirituality and you're looking for information, you have to navigate this. And that's why you have to get back to the basics and utilize what I shared with you today. Fear is the fingerprint of the devil. So anyone that claims to be ultra spiritual and they give you the fear, and worse than that, the shame, you gotta get them the heck out and stop paying attention to negativity. It's the currency of the universe. If you missed yesterday's lesson, it's so important. Okay? And we're able to perform in inopportune conditions. You have to do this right now. If it's game day and all of it, it's game day, you got to go right now. There's a rain or there's a blizzard. You got to go. This is the deck of cards that we were dealt. And for all of us and we actually chose to incarnate at this time period. It is kind of crazy out there right now, but it's actually such a blessing. because the accomplishment, right? But who's going to know? Oh, it's documented in the Akashic records. You might be getting this message. My message to you is keep going. You think no one sees you, but God sees you. We all are in this, and we're all doing a unique thing for this. It's something that's unique. All the little things that you need, the little catalysts. Sometimes you put a little pinch into the chemistry thing. It's a little bit, it's only a little, but it's the catalyst. Today we have that catalyst. So I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Comment down below. Did you actually feel a shift in your energy? Are you feeling a lot stronger, more and more powerful? Right? We are becoming more and more powerful, just like Dr. Delbert Blair said we were. The answers are out there. You have to sort through these things, and that's what we're all doing. So I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. If you are here on the live stream, please click that like button right now. It allows others to find this. Please click the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. I have total transparency. I show about my journey and my everyday life. We don't have to be an ultra spiritual yogi, right? And look and be a certain way. That's got to go out. This is for everyday life people. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. The links are in the description. Follow along, connect on all the platforms, all that stuff. Utilize the hashtag Our Everyday Lives. And sharing, and one more time, sharing. North, Lisa. Be the best version of yourself. Embody the best version of yourself. And keep going. You got to keep going. There are going to be individuals out there. There's going to be obstacles out there. And God gave you a footstool to rest your feet upon. You are the sons and daughters of God. If God is for you, who could be against you? You have to stay focused on this. I appreciate that, Bay Area believer. We have been locked in this since November. We speak the truth here. So if you would like to overcome these energies of suppression and censorship, please share this channel. I appreciate you, Bay Area believer. And let's get 1 million people to click subscribe button to this channel so we can have a voice. We all deserve a voice. As we enter this new earth, freedom of speech, so important. And people that show up every day, you see this playing out. And all I can do is show up, put it in the hands of God, and then collectively, all of a sudden, in a flash, everything flips. Everything flips in a flash. It pulls back so far so you could see every nook and cranny. It's that big tsunami. And the whole playing field, that whole floor, that ocean floor is exposed. Oh, I didn't see all those things. Oh, I didn't see all those people. Oh, I didn't see. And then it comes. They wasted everything. It's kind of like Rocky. The second time he fought Clubber Lang. And he took all his shots and it didn't even affect him. And then he was so tired. And Rocky went, boom! There he goes. So, this is, you learn from Rocky as well. Because you got to be warriors. This is our journey. So, I love you all. Keep moving. Do the things that resonate with you. Be around the people. Have the surroundings that resonate with you. Because it's very difficult to feel this, in the cubicle. You're hearing so much negativity. You gotta clear the outside, allow the changes to happen on the inside, and then you are reintroduced into society. The sons and daughters of God are here, and we of the royal family. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you all. Comment down below. Share this video. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Love you.